there, my YouTube gang, and welcome to the Great Fossil Challenge brought to you by Epicurus 420 and Johnnyversity. Let's go! Let's go!
I'm digging with my fingertips. I'm gripping at the ground I stand upon. I'm searching for fragile bones. I'm never gonna be refined.
Hello there, my YouTube gang. What's up? It's week 4 of our Great Fossil Challenge. And let's go right ahead and see who the first user who got it right was. So, last week's winner was... So, like many of you have noted, the fossil was a female of a primitive whale belonging to a group known as Archaeocety. And her specific species was dubbed Maiacetus Inuus. Maiacetus meaning mother whale, and Inuus was a Roman fertility god. Now, why mother, you might ask? Well, in her belly, or rather in her womb, was found a near-term fetus. But what was intriguing was that he was positioned for head-first delivery, which is how land mammals give birth today, but not whales or marine mammals. Now, 4 years later, her male counterpart was found. And given the fact that his size was roughly her size, we know that he probably didn't dominate any territory or women. Another thing that we know is that according to the size of the teeth, their primary food was fish. So they made their livings in the sea. However, their 4 legs modified for foot-powered swimming supports the notion that they did spend time on land, though their flipper-like limbs wouldn't carry them far on land, and they probably went to shore only to rest and to give birth, as the position of the fetus suggests. And this is why Maiacetus is considered a transitional fossil, aka missing link, because its anatomy places it quite nicely on the evolutionary path between primitive land-dwelling whales and modern sea whales. And now to this week's fossil. Well, this little beauty is yet again a missing link. Now, this dude was discovered long ago, but only thanks to the wonders of modern science did we finally uncover what he really is. And believe you me, his identity is important, because all those who don't believe in evolution said that such a creature can't, shouldn't, and wouldn't exist. And yet, he did. So, here's our fossil!
Yeah, I know evolution's the devil's lie, because blah 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 blah. That's not what the Bible says. Blah 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 blah. That's not what the Bible says. Blah 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 blah. That's not what the Bible says. That's not what the Bible says.
So like always, write your answers in the comment section, and if you get it right, you'll get a super massive shout out. So, like always, my beloved YouTube gang, peace, love, harmony, have a good one. Bye bye.
Yeah, I know evolution's the devil's lie, because blah 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 blah. That's not what the Bible says. Blah 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 blah. That's not what the Bible says. Blah 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 blah. That's not what the Bible says. That's not what the Bible says.